Coach Vichorek with us now. Coach, tough loss for the boys, but they put on a good show.
I tell you what, we've gotten a lot better, and sorry about my voice, but we keep working hard like that. As I said before, it'll cure a lot of things, and we got to come back tomorrow with that same fire. The young kids now are stepping up a little bit that we need to have to follow up the vets of what they're doing, and we'll look for that more of that tomorrow.
You got a lot of long breakout passes to a man breaking up the wing, getting some breakaways there. Van Houter had a couple, and obviously Ebert had the one on that goal. Is that something you're going to keep trying tomorrow, or do you think that Wisconsin's going to adjust and you're going to try something different?
I don't think they will. I don't think they're not going to keep their D out of their zone. Jeremy's sneaky. Colin is too, and when they get them chances, I'm guessing that Jeremy's probably had 12 or 13 breakaways this year by doing that. And the passes that they're making right now up to those guys breaking has been great, and we're going to continue to do that. We'll try and stretch the ice a little bit, try to get their D to back out. And the biggest thing that we're doing now that changed from the first series we had at home is we're keeping the rink wide, and it's made a big difference. And
Mike Mitch scoring in the third period, and you had Ian Dart score in the first. What is getting those two guys back? I mean, I know we talked about a little bit in the second intermission, but just talk a little bit more about getting those guys back and having them produce right away.
Well, again, it's so nice because they understand the game so well, and I'll tell you, it made me sleep a lot easier knowing that they're finally going to get a chance to play, and that they decided to come back. And I'll tell you, they brought a certain energy, and even in the locker room, you can see a big difference now too. We're getting more and more veterans along with the young kids, and when they see how hard they're working, Ian at the end, chasing down a potential icing and beating their defenseman to the puck. The young guys have to see that and have to follow up on that. And again, that's what they bring to the table is their smarts. Their positioning is great, especially in the offensive zone. They create some chances, and they got some speed and got some skill, and that's what we got to have.
Were you happy with the physical play out of your team, or do you expect more out of these guys?
Much better. We've been much better. We got some injuries. Brandon Hummel's nursing a bad back and a knee, and of course Kenton Grakalski certainly would have helped tonight. He's got a hip flexor that he's nursing right now. It's just one of those things where we're running into kids that either getting tired or some injuries and like that. But our physical play, sticking up for each other, I think they did a great job of that all over the rink. And body checking is much better. We're not missing as many checks as we did in the past. So the things we're working on in practice and just the attitude and the personality of this team, I think, is growing to become more physical.
What do you do as a team to crack down on those response goals? It happened 3 times in the third period where they scored right after you guys did, and it takes a lot to get that goal, and to give it up 3 times is just soul-killing. Wow. What do you do to fix that?
Well, I'll tell you, it's one of those things where all of a sudden you're sailing along nicely with a nice full sail, and all of a sudden somebody shoots a bunch of holes in it. You gain the momentum back, and then you trade a goal like that. It kind of deflates you a little bit, and you work so hard, as you mentioned, to get down there and get the additional goal and get within one. And it's one of those things that we have to learn to play with a lead or play close to a lead, and again, that comes with experience too. And I have to find the right combination of guys out there that aren't going to let that happen. And I haven't found that yet, but I know some guys are very good, and it might even come down to designating somebody in a certain position so it doesn't happen.
And one last thing, what do you want to do tomorrow? You've showed that you can play with this Wisconsin team, that you can have a lead on them. What's the next step for this team to beat this team tomorrow night?
Well, again, come with the same fire, same enthusiasm, and again, it's about not trading those goals, not taking dumb penalties at some times. You never want to give up. I tell you one thing: it's a hard-working penalty, a hard check, a charge, or something like that. You kill those penalties off all day, but the weak ones, the slash, the hooks, the holds, especially in the offensive end, that makes a big difference too, because now you change up your whole focus of killing the penalty first, which a lot of times can take 2 minutes out of you trying to score and get that tying goal and so forth. So we'll just continue to work hard like this and continue to work on our position skills, keep the puck going deep. We might even go to a 1-2-2 forecheck tomorrow night just to save some of those guys, and then in the third see if we don't have more energy to take a win.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.